Well, I was always energetic, and I was always, at times, emotional. And sometimes it was theatric in practice, but oftentimes it was just wanting to challenge players to do their best. My greatest challenge as a coach was to try to get a young man to look back on his career and say, Coach pushed me as hard as he possibly could to get the most out of me, both as an athlete and also as a person. That he held me to a high standard of accountability, that he made me go to class, that he made me see that I could be better than I thought I even could be. And so that, I think, was something that I've always had in me. But I also learned along the way that how you motivate somebody is maybe a little bit different now than the way I did it when I first started. I used to take it out on players if they didn't do exactly what I wanted when I taught them what to do. And I learned through the years that more often than not, it was my own insecurity as a teacher. If I didn't teach something well enough, it wasn't the player's fault. And that really impacted me greatly. And I can only think of now in my role as an ESPN analyst as I travel around the country and I look at some of the great coaches in the game right now, in college basketball, in my line of work. I think of John Beilein and Bob McKillop and so many coaches like that who are truly great teachers who understand that if the player doesn't understand what they're teaching, it's not the player's fault, that they have to find a different method, modus operandi to get through to that player. So the one thing is clear, it can be done without berating, it can be done without verbally attacking, it can be done without making a player feel this big. Ultimately, what you're trying to do when you're coaching young athletes is to make them feel 10 feet tall. And I look back on my career, and in many cases I did that, and in some cases I look back and say, man, I could have handled my relationship with this particular player better. So as a coach, as a young coach, you're always learning, and it is trial and error, but ultimately positive to negative is to me 10 to 1 in a practice. You can be demanding and sometimes be critical, but you better surround that critical comment to a player with a lot of positive comments.